Dr. Daniel D. asks, or says, I'm a devoted follower of your talks on YouTube. But when you say all is an appearance in consciousness, what do you mean? Sir James Jeans, the late physicist, said that we are an idea in the mind of God. Might this be something like what you mean by an appearance in consciousness? Also, is it permitted to think about characteristics of awareness/pure consciousness? For example, I think of pure consciousness as loving. Is pure consciousness active and thinks and therefore creates all that is? And then Mangesh asks, how...
All right, let's just take that one first. Okay. There's a lot there. What do you mean that pure things appear in pure consciousness? I mean just that. Look at your experience right now. One way of understanding our experience right now are things appearing in consciousness. Here I have people, colors and shapes, space and depth appearing in consciousness. I have sound appearing in consciousness. Appearing means being experienced. That's all. I have the sense of a body and warmth and all appearing in consciousness. Is it warm? You can put on the fan. It's right behind you. You want to put on the fan? Yeah. Right. Isn't that how we experience life? As experiences. And what is an experience? Things appear in consciousness. That's what consciousness is. Things appear in consciousness, things disappear in consciousness. Presence and absence of objects of experience. That's what life is. All right. Now, we are an idea in the mind of God. James Jeans said that. Is it something like that? No, not quite. Because the mind, I'm not saying that it's like thinking. Things appear in consciousness is not a fancy way of saying that we think of things. No. The mind appears in consciousness. And literally, this is what I mean. In deep sleep, for example, the mind does not appear. It goes to sleep. The external world does not appear. Only you exist, but there's nothing to experience. There's just the absence. You can say and sometimes Advaitins say that the absence is experienced in deep sleep. It's not an experience of absence. It's not an absence of experience. Rather, deep sleep is an experience of absence. If there is experience, there must be consciousness. There's no possibility of any experience without consciousness. So things appear in consciousness. The mind also appears in consciousness. Can we say consciousness is loving? Only in a rather peculiar sense. To be loving, you must be a person with a mind and a heart and emotion. But the impersonal consciousness is loving only in this sense, like the sky is loving, for example. The vast blue sky, it is spacious and inclusive of anything and everything. To exist physically, you must be in space. So space in that sense is all-inclusive. In that sense, pure consciousness is loving because it is vast and spacious, luminous, and therefore it enables all things to exist and reveals all things in that sense. But it's a very philosophical way of saying loving. What was the last part?
Also, is it permitted to think about characteristics of awareness/pure?
No, it's not permitted. Why not? Why not? Characteristics, or in Nyaya language, they are qualities, guna, qualities. Qualities belong to substances. So the table is brown. This one is brown. Brown is the characteristic. But where does the brown exist? Not in this. It's not floating in the sky. It exists in this table, in the altar. This flower is pink, white and pink. Where do the white and the pink exist? In the flower. They're not floating in the sky. Characteristics exist in substances. This is sort of basic philosophy. Now, if you say there are characteristics in consciousness, they must be existing in some substance. And you'll say, yeah, I told you, they exist in consciousness. But if the characteristics are objective, because you're speaking about it, the substance also must be objective. Then it cannot be consciousness. It's an object to consciousness. Characteristics will always be existing in objects. Objects have characteristics exist in objects, and they are revealed to consciousness. Consciousness itself is not an object, and therefore does not have characteristics.